Alright, so first things first, what we want to do is we want to see how to use Cisco Packet Tracer. If you guys played with GNS3 just a little bit, this shouldn't be very difficult. If you look down this bottom left hand corner here, we have our routers, our switches, our hubs, our wireless devices, connections, end devices, security, WAN emulation, custom-made devices, and then finally your multi-user connections. So we're just going to set up a real basic network here real quick. So let's go ahead and click on switch. And you can see down here we've got our choices of our switches. We're just going to pick a simple 2950/24 port. So click on that and then just click anywhere on your screen here and you can see it'll appear. So next we have to add some end devices or some PCs. So just click on end devices and you can see down here you have a plethora of choices. So we're just going to choose the basic PC. Let's click on PC and we're going to put roughly about 6 here. So just put 6 PCs on here. And the next thing that we need to do is we need to connect all these PCs to the switch. Also a very simple process. You can see down here we have the connection and we have multiple choices. We have automatic, is what you guys will probably normally be using. You have connecting to the console. We have a straight through copper. We've got a crossover, fiber, phone, coax, 2 different types of serial. And then we have our octal. So to connect, let's just click on automatic and click from the switch to the PC and just repeat this step until we get all our PCs connected. So as you can see here, we have these green dots as well as these orange dots. It's pretty realistic when your switch first connects to a PC. These are going to remain orange until they sync up, and it's going to be about 45 seconds to 1 minute, and these will sync, and then you can see that these will turn green. As soon as you connect a PC to any powered device, such as a switch or a router, you'll start getting some activity lights on the back of your PC. So that's why these turn green first. And then when they synced up to the switch, these turn green. If we wanted to see kind of what the PC is doing, we can click on the PC. And you can see all the different modules that we can put on here. And what modules are they're just the different types of connection that we can put on the back. So every time I click on something, you can see that these connectors change. We've got fiber there, you saw Ethernet, we've got microphone jacks, all that good stuff. But we're really not going to worry about any of this stuff. The main section that we're going to be worrying about is like the configuration and the desktop. You can see here we've got our Ethernet port. You can see our static IP if we were to have one, our MAC address, and then if you go to desktop, you can see all the different options that we could actually do on the desktop. But the only one we'll be worried about for networking purposes right now is the configuration page. So we would just click on this, and once again you can do your static IP, subnet mask, gateway, DNS server, and if we were doing our IPv6, that information would go down here on the bottom. So pretty simple as far as that goes. Switch, pretty similar principle. You just click on the switch and you can see that this would be the front of the switch. The 2950 is a pretty simple switch, so there's not going to be any extra modules, anything that we can add to it. So you're just going to have a simple 24 ports here that you can plug into. If you go to the configuration, we could actually click on each one of the individual ports and kind of see what they're doing. And then the CLI is actually the command line interface. And this would be what it would look like if you were to actually plug into the console port and start configuring this particular piece of equipment. That's it for the basics of Cisco Packet Tracer. Here in just a little bit, we will be talking about how to configure all these different aspects.